recently reacted to the Netflix ⴘᴜᴜ series. Make sure to go check that. But how big is the new creature? Now, if you guys don't know, there's a big creature that tries to kill Kong, and he is pretty strong. And I want to know more about him. So you know what? Let's watch a video.
What you see right here,
This is the
ladies and
creature,
gents,
if you
is the
guys don't know.
reveal of a brand new MonsterVerse Titan.
He looks like a
That's
turkey
right.
and
Today
a
on Goji
octopus
Center,
combined,
we'll
which
delve further
I don't
into
know.
the characteristics of this new kaiju in Netflix's ⴘᴜᴜ.
ⴘᴜᴜ.
Its weapons, body
This guy
attributes,
seems so
intelligence,
strong, but
and
apparently
even
he's
some
like
of its
tiny.
dark
I don't know. We'll
characteristics
have
that
to
make
see.
it one of the most unique titans in the MonsterVerse. If you love to learn about monsters, dinosaurs, and more, then don't just sit there, man. Hit that subscribe
Exactly,
button,
guys. Hit that
like this
subscribe
video,
button. Come on.
and get ready to meet the new MonsterVerse kaiju, the Kraken.
Is his
This
name the
episode will be
Kraken?
divided into 3 parts. The first, discussing this animal's physical
Ooh.
appearance and weapons. Second, discussing where this animal came from. And lastly, we will talk about the Kraken's
The
dark
dark truth.
personality.
What does that mean?
Right now,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
start
actually
with
he was
number
pretty
1,
dark. I don't
corporal
want to spoil much to you guys, but you gotta
The Kraken.
watch the
Yes,
reaction
that's
of
what
the
it's now
series in my
officially
channel.
called, is a monster of gigantic proportions that dwarfed Kong at the time.
Yeah,
in
this
terms
guy
of
was
mass.
huge.
But
I thought he
how
was bigger
big
than
is it?
Godzilla,
To find
but
out, we must first note that this show is officially stated to take place in 1993.
1993,
That's 2
okay.
years before the events of ⴘᴜᴜ, Birth of Kong, where this fella was approximately 200 feet or so in height.
200
so around
feet.
this time, Kong was probably 180 to 190 feet in
Oh,
height.
that's
meaning that
tiny.
this monster, if compared to Kong, could have been reaching heights of more than 300 feet standing straight in this particular posture. Lengthwise, however, this animal would have been much more massive thanks to its
Whoa.
tentacles and tail.
He has so many
Measuring
arms and
between
tentacles.
600
Look at
to
him.
700
He
feet
looks
in
like an
length.
ugly
Measuring
mermaid.
this animal's length is a bit difficult due to some of the attributes we are about to discuss. There are around 4 segments to this animal to focus on. We see here that this animal seems to be a mishmash of several different creatures. A cephalopod-like titan with crustacean attributes seen in these massive pincers similar to those of a crab. These have sharp tips capable of piercing, stabbing,
Yeah.
and are
He
strong
looks
enough to
very
get a
weird. I
hold
don't
of
know how
other
to
kaiju
describe him.
such as
But he
Kong.
kind of looks ugly.
We
He's not really
continue
like,
on
let me
to
know
its
if you
3
guys like his
distinct
design,
set
but I
of
don't.
Tentacles, each with unique abilities. The first set of tentacles seems to be the longest, even more so since it seems like these have elastic properties, allowing this animal to stretch its tentacles to extremely long distances,
Yeah.
much further than the length of its overall
Wow,
body.
look at how
This does
long
not
that is.
end here. These tips, as seen in this clip, have the ability to follow smaller organisms even if the squid's eyes are not locked in on the target.
Yeah, that's
This
crazy.
leads
I don't
us
know
to
how he
believe
was
that
doing
these
that.
particular tentacles are equipped with sensors which seek and follow sources of heat or detect movement that takes the form of stress, heartbeats, or vibrations or sound. We're still not done yet. These are also venomous and can inflict electric shocks. The energy emitted will most likely depend on the target, since we saw that this fellow was struck by these tentacles, but not struck by the amount of energy that was inflicted on Kong. If this guy
Kong
was
didn't
hit
care.
by this much energy, this dude would have been burned to a crisp.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's safe to assume that this Kraken would actively regulate the amounts of energy released to each target, since there was really no real reason to shock this dude with as much energy as Kong. The next 2 set of tentacles are similar in that they provide brute strength, extra appendages, except this set here is a bit longer, providing both reach and brute strength, while this medium set serves as auxiliary tentacles for close range.
What is auxiliary,
These
bro?
tentacles
Calm
are
down.
also bioluminescent,
I'm not the best in
emitting
English, man.
patterns of light in the form of small dots,
Oh.
elaborate patterns on its tentacles which serve to communicate messages to other creatures, similar to the G-Man with his
Woo!
intimidation
Oh
display.
my.
Moving down to its lower part of the build of this Titan, we see that this animal has an elongated body similar to that of a large fish, except the orientation of the tail is horizontal, similar to that of a whale. This tail provides massive amounts of locomotion power.
Yeah,
to the
I don't know if
Kraken,
he's faster than
allowing it to
Godzilla in
move
swimming.
and
I
propel
think he
itself
is,
more
because
efficiently
he has
through
so
the
many
deep waters.
tentacles and
Moving up, we find
movement
that this
things. I don't know.
animal
I
has an
genuinely
elongated
believe he's
head
faster than
equipped with a
Godzilla at
sharp
swimming.
toothed
Faster than
beak.
me. But
This
I'm
beak can
I'm
bite
strongest.
hard, piercing through layers of fur, fat, and muscle. Teeth and serrated edges along the beak allow this to not only slice, but also grip prey. In addition to that, this animal has 4 eyes which glow in the dark, allowing not 2, but a total of 4 overlapping fields of vision over a vast area. which is helpful in the open
He
sea.
can see
given that threats
180,
come from
bro.
almost
He can
any
see at
direction.
4K ultra
Gills
wide.
line the
Nah,
side of
bro.
this animal's head, suggesting that this animal can breathe underwater as well as on the surface. Yeah, this thing stays on the surface of the water for prolonged periods of time, meaning that this animal could also breathe. A similar anatomical adaptation is seen in the G-Man himself, capable of breathing on both land and sea.
I have gills and
The
a nose
result
too.
is a
But
formidable
wow, this guy can
sea
do
titan that
everything. He has
challenge an
long
alpha
tentacle
kaiju.
arms, crab
But there
arms.
is more
He can
to
breathe
this animal than
underwater
just
and
tentacles,
above water.
claws, and beaks. It is now time to figure out where this titan came from.
Ooh,
In
Hollow
episode
Earth?
7, we were introduced to a village of people who were shipwrecked on Skull Island. These people, along with this girl, were coexisting with Kong, who they saw as the king of this place.
Ooh.
After a bloody encounter
calm
with
down,
these
Kong.
chameleon-like lizards, Kong went to wash his wounds at sea. Little did he know that he unwillingly woke up a monster that was dormant outside the shores of Skull Island, the Kraken.
Ooh.
Now, where was this monster during the events of 1973, a whole 20 years earlier? In
Maybe
this
he was
show,
just
the Kraken was pretty
sleeping.
intolerant of any vessels or aircraft that would fly into Skull Island past its watery territory. So why didn't it bring these helicopters down 20 years earlier? It's possible that during these events there actually was a Kraken sleeping outside Skull Island this whole time.
Ooh, wait, what?
But it took something special to wake it up. The blood of another kaiju. But this doesn't explain where this animal originally came from. In the show, it was already theorized that Skull Island was in fact a biome that erupted from the depths of the Hollow Earth. Everything from vegetation to organisms, possibly including the
I wish we
Kraken.
saw more Skull
We've
Islands
seen
in
other
the
creatures
Skull
come up from the
Island,
Hollow Earth
Skull
as
Crawlers
well, such as
in the Skull Island
Crawlers,
TV show.
the murderfish mentioned in Godzilla Dominion, ᴄᴏᴜᴜᴜ, etc. So, this animal was probably one of many that rose to the surface during any period of time before 1973. It was when it awoke when it started causing trouble, bringing us to part 3, the dark side of this kaiju. Real quick, this is another reminder to subscribe to Goji Shorts. If you are not, you're seriously missing out on these cool 3D animations showcasing kaiju and dinos. We've even got Bloop in here, dude. Okay, back to the
Oh,
video.
Bloop and
If you saw
Godzilla? Now
the
that's kind
show,
of cool, bro.
chances are
I'm
that
gonna
you will have
subscribe.
already
Make sure to
determined
check
that
out the
this
original
monster
video in the
is of
description too, but
malevolent nature.
Malevolent
Monsterverse Titans
nature.
are usually labeled in 2 groups, malevolent or mostly benevolent. An animal that will go ahead and murder an entire village, pick on individual humans, go out of its way and spend tons of energy harassing small creatures that aren't worth the caloric intake, and blatantly disrespect another big kaiju is a big indicator that this Kraken was indeed malevolent. And yes, this thing was the animal that wiped out these people who peacefully coexisted
nah,
with
this
Kong, and
animal
the
is
one
something
who
else. I
killed
don't know
his
why he
friend.
would do it.
Because Kong is an alpha kaiju, this Kraken had reason to lure Kong into fighting in shallow water.
Imagine if he
A
killed Kong, he'd be an
battleground that was
alpha
compatible
too.
with both kaiju, both the Kraken and Kong. And if this thing was ever going to become the ruling force in this island,
Yeah,
the
he
Kraken
wasn't.
had to
I would
take
destroy
out
him.
Kong. The Kraken has been seen to display taunting behavior. What you see here is this Titan's
Bro
attempt
killed
at
him and then
provoking
started
Kong to
emoting,
come
bro.
out and
This thing
fight.
guy thinks it's
Kong
Fortnite.
refused,
Nah,
knowing
man.
that the water was not a favorable
Yeah,
place
Kong
to
is
go
smart.
out
I'm
and
gonna
fight
give
this
that to Kong.
monster.
He knew,
But
he's like, nah, I'm not
perhaps
gonna fight him in the
another or
water.
the best example of how ruthless this
I want to
thing
see them
was
fight now,
is
to be honest.
this.
Kong 2021
Yeah, it takes a
versus
special type
the
of
guy.
psychotic monster to grab innocent creatures and hurl them in extremely long distances, exactly where Kong currently lives. It's possible that over time, this animal would have picked random creatures of the island, killing them one by one in an attempt to get Kong to sally out and fight away from the safety of dry land. Apart from being a complete asshole, this Kraken also likes to fight dirty.
Yeah.
Ambushing Kong without prior notice, throwing him into deep water and pinning him down to drown. Admittedly, this animal has all the tools necessary to have an almost unfair advantage. Fortunately for Kong, Skull Island is filled to the brim with wreckage, allowing him to once again use this to fight off the Kraken.
Ooh.
This animal finally met his end at the hands of Kong. But even so,
No,
the real
Kong
scars
split him in
inflicted
half. That
on
was
Kong
actually kind of
were
crazy.
not
I really
flesh
like the
wounds,
fight,
but
to
the
be honest.
loss of loved ones. As we can see, Kraken did not just fight at a physical level, but an emotional level as well, making this animal one of the most fleshed out and complete villains seen so far in the Monsterverse. Will there be another Titan that will
Ooh, okay, I can't wait to see what this guy does. Nah, that would be so cool. Imagine this guy starts killing Kong's entire family or kills the Devil Girl from Godzilla vs. Kong. That would be... If he does that, I'll genuinely be like, wow. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what video I should react to next, guys. And with that being said, peace.